Okay, number 2, homemade yupo paper. So what I used was 13 Arts gel medium. Now that dries to, it is water permeable, but I've found that with alcohol inks, it is non-porous, so it doesn't sink in. So what I did was you can probably see there in the nice kind of bending, it's got a nice shine on there, but I used a Nuvo spatula and smoothed it all out so it's as smooth as I could get it, and made myself a non-porous piece of paper. The advantage to doing things like this is that you can use stencils to get some really cool effects. I don't know if the light's picking that up. Oh, there you go. So we're going to put some alcohol ink on both of those. We're going to start exactly the same way just because we're keeping everything the same. So we're going to start with the snow cap. Give it a good shake again. You can hear those. Hold on, wait a sec. We started with this. So to give a good slurp of that on there. And we're going to do this one later. Now, the bigger disadvantage with using this product is fabulous, by the way. Don't blame it on the product, it's on the user, me. Is that there is a lot of texture in there. And you'll see that as these inks start to swirl and smooth and roll around the place. So there's my snow cap base, but you can see already that this is actually just sitting on top. And you can see that I'm just rolling it around, giving us a nice little... Now, you don't need to use this on this. There's lots of products out there like the Marabou glitter inks, which I adore, and the neons and things that you don't need to use the snow cap underneath. Yes, you can use a daub of white to make things happen, but you know what? Tim Holtz's, just going to dab that there, so because there's some sticky spots. Tim Holtz's shimmer inks, they're just divine on this kind of paper because they just show all this beautiful glimmer and shimmer, and they don't need the white as a background. I like this when I'm doing my galaxies because it gives it that kind of cloud-like nebula kind of effect. I probably will end up using a bit more snow cap just to give myself a bigger palette here. Because like if I'm going to make it, I may as well make it with something that I want to use. So I'll use a couple more drops over here, a couple more drops over here. Use a bit more here so it blends in, because I want to add in some of the eggplant, because I find eggplant gives it a really nice dark deep navy kind of deep space kind of feel. So we'll go add some in through here. Now as you can see, when it's just on the black, that purple does not show up at all. So just we'll get to our galaxy. Now you can see already that that's just so different to the Tim Holtz. So blendability, I think this wins hands down. It is a cheaper option. I made this, it's cheaper. And you can see, I'm going to put some more green in, because look at how pretty that looks. Put some more green in there. So if you don't have paper or you don't have access to paper, this is a really good way of kind of making do. But like I said, there's disadvantages. The disadvantages are it's not flat, it's porous, not porous, it's textured, so there's texture all the way through there. It does hold true in terms of colours, which is good. So you can see you're getting some beautiful kind of things through. I know these don't look like galaxies yet, but they will, I promise. By the time I've added in sparkles like this, see that? It will look like a nebula. So that's it. Now I've just got to wait for that to dry. So I'm just going to let it dry. I might actually even use my heat tool on that for a little bit, just to heat it evaporate a little bit. And I'm going to speed this up or cut it out. I haven't decided yet. Because the next thing I'm going to do is heat emboss. Okay, so I don't know if that's in frame. It'd be very boring if it's not in frame. Oh, there we go. Look at that glossy, shiny prettiness. I'll just clean up my mat because I love my silicone mat from Waffle Flower, but it stains with some of my alcohol inks. I suppose it means it's well loved. Well loved. So that's that. That's all nice there. So let's heat emboss it. So that's the 13 Arts Gel Medium. We've got our Get Well stamp down here. Now, given that I've just dried that, it might still be a bit sticky, but we'll see how we go. Sticky pad. Now, the gel medium takes roughly 24 hours to dry properly, so it's not a spur of the moment kind of. We'll see how well that works. It's not a spur of the moment kind of thing. Now, I may not have let this dry completely, so this might be a doozy for me. Let's see, get it off. Oh, look, it's not bad, but it's not bad, so I'll just heat emboss that. It's magic when that happens. So yeah, it embosses quite nicely. Let's just stick that back in its pot. So the next one is die cutting. Does it die cut nicely? Always put your lids back on. The good news, it'll take all the sticky off there. Right, so misty goes away. Out comes platform and Couture Creations, and you can see how much preparation I did. I didn't actually de-weed it. I actually really love this dye. This is from KS Dyes. It's a lady called Nicole Silhouette. She's from Holland, who designs all these dyes. So not everything that you get from AliExpress is a knockoff. These are actually her original designs that she's done for this company. So there we go. Turn it over. That's my cutting top last. I really would love if we could cut it the other way around so you could see where you're putting your dye. Okay, so we'll try again. All the way across. All my weaving. First world problems, right? Let's bring my machine across. I imagine I probably managed to cut off half of my embossed words, but never mind. We'll see how we go. Trusty. Turn it over. Oh, beautiful. Feel like butter. Actually, that wasn't dry. I do apologise. Actually, that's quite interesting. That's actually smoothed some of those wrinkles out, so that's actually quite good. Has it die cut? Or is it just sticking because I was too impatient? Oh no, it's cut quite nicely, in spite of my impatience. Oh, that looks really pretty. Can you see that? So Get Well with a nice little thing through there. I imagine if you ran that through a mink machine, that would flatten out and be quite reasonable. There you go. I learned something. So put these away. That's my other part of this. So that's the cardboard that I had before. So you can see it's quite matte compared to where I've got the gel medium on. So let's put this away. This is the bonus content. This is my stencil that I did. I've got all those bits of scraps. I have to clean those up. So this is the bonus one. Now I'm not going to put white on the bottom, I'm going to put some of my marabou, which I love, 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 love. So again, give it a good shake. There's lots of shimmery stuff in there. This is green gold, I think. And this one, this is what I have my alcohol ink out. You cover in your alcohol ink. Now you'll see it will sink into the porous bits. And it sits on the top with the others. So I don't know if you can see. Oh, you can. Nice. And we'll just roll that around. And then what we'll get is, sorry, we'll just, I need to keep it in frame, that would help. And under the light, you know what, I'm going to have to put it down there. Can you see that? That beautiful pattern that we've got going on through there. So that's a Hero Arts stencil that I really, really love. Let's just turn it this way. You can certainly see the shimmer. I don't know if you can see the pattern. But there you go. So that's my bonus content. I love this. I think this is gorgeous. It turned out so nicely. And you can add more or you can add less. See how you go. You can see on the back, hopefully, see all that wetness? That's where it's the non-porous stuff has come all the way through. So the alcohol's just soaked through. But the marabou stuff looks gorgeous on there. So anyway, that's take 2.